Hello children, how are you? I hope you must be having a cheerful day and also taking precautions of yourself, and at the same time you must be completing your work also. The submission of language copy is coming near. I hope you must have finished and ready by now. So today in this video I will be revising lesson number 6, that is expressing the tense. It is my fourth revision video. So if you have not watched my other 3 videos, please watch it because it is very important for you. Right. So before starting with the present tense, the present tense, the tense I would like to discuss about tense, that is a form of verb. Now it is a form of verb which expresses time of action. Action, what I am doing now. What I am doing. What is the like I am teaching you just now. So am teaching is a present tense. So what is the tense? Tense is a form of verb that is that which expresses time of action and are called tenses. Now there are 3 forms of tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. Now present tense is what? The action which is taking place now. Like I am teaching you. So I am teaching you just now. So I am teaching is a present tense. Past tense, the action which has already done. Like I taught you. Right. So I taught you, then the taught you is the past tense. Future tense is the action which will take place. Like I will be teaching you next lesson number 7, that is expressing past tense. Right. So that is future tense. Next we will see the rules of the singular tenses. Now children, we will see the rules of simple present tense. When we are forming or when we are writing the sentence in the simple present tense, 3 things you have to focus. One is the type of sentence, second is the subject, and third is numbers. Like in whichever tense you see, whether it is a simple present tense or future tense, या continuous tense, या simple perfect present tense, whichever tenses you see, so these are the 3 things you have to focus. Now in a sentence, the type of sentence which we are using or writing, there are 3 types of sentence which we generally write or speak, that is positive sentence, negative sentence and question sentence. Positive sentence, you know what is it? It is a simple sentence which has a declarative which can be factual, which can be truth on it, which can be like a simple sentence also. In the negative sentence, a sentence which has no, not in it. Right? No, but not. The question sentence is when you are asking something, asking questions, which we also call interrogative sentence. Second thing that we have to focus, that is subject. The subject, you know that a sentence has 2 parts, that is subject and predicate. So the subject in a sentence is whether it is noun or pronoun. Now we know what is noun. Now noun is what? A noun is a naming word. And what is pronoun? The pronoun is used instead of noun. Like to avoid, why do we use instead of noun? Because to avoid repetition, like keep on repeating the same name again and again, we use pronoun to make the sentence short and sweet to hear. Second is the numbers. Numbers means that is singular and plural. Now we have to see whether the sentence is singular or plural. The substance is singular or plural. Right? Singular, you know, when we are talking about one particular thing, person, place, animal or thing. And plural is what? When the subject, when we are talking about two, more than one, it can be 2, 3, 4 or countless, right? So this thing, subject goes with the numbers. Like subject tells us whether the noun is singular and plural. So these are the three things we have to focus on it. Now, for the positive sentence, the rules of a simple present tense are: when the subject is singular, then we subject is singular, like he, she, it. He, she, it are what? Are singular, or a name, you can say. Like you can say Anuj, right? Rohini. So these are all the name of a person. So what is it? Like when the noun or the pronoun, when the subject is a noun or a pronoun, they are singular, then what? The present tense form of verb, it will change. It will change to S or ES according to the word. Like over here, he loves. So love is what? Is a form of a verb, right? So it will become loves. For present tense, it will become loves. Anuj dances well. The dance will become dances. Teach will become teaches, right? Next is when the subject or a pronoun, that is noun or pronoun is plural form, right? They are in the plural form. Say I, we, they, right? So then the present tense of the verb will be the same. It will not change. Badlega nahi. It will be same. Like over here, I love, we dance. It is you see over here that I love the verb. It is a present tense form of verb, but it has not changed. It will remain same. We dance well. So we dance is again a verb. It has not changed. Now next you see for negative sentence. This is for negative sentence. The rules for negative sentence: when the subject, that is noun or pronoun, is singular, that is he, she, I, or any name of a person, that is Anuj or Rohini I have used over here. For negative sentence, then we'll add negative word over here. With, for singular, it will go does not. For singular, it will go does not, and the present tense form of verb will remain the same. It is not going to change, right? Like over here, he does not love. Anyone, she does not eat fish. Next is like Anuj. Anuj does not study. So study, eat, eat and love. It is the same. It is the form of the verb is the same. Now next, for if the subject, that is noun or pronoun, that is I, we, they, is there in a sentence, then we use do not. For plural form, we use do not, and for singular form, we use does not, right? And the tenses will again remain the same. There will be no changes in the tenses. Like we do not love. They do not like fish. They do not eat meat. They do not eat spinach. Right? So now this are all what? They are plural. For plural, we use which word? Do not. And for singular, we will use does not. When the subject is singular, we use does not, and for the plural, we use do not. Now next, children, we will see for question sentence. When the subject is singular, when there is singular subject, that is noun or pronoun, then how do we form in a question form, right? So we use for singular, again we use does, then the subject will come, and then the tenses, the present tense form of verb and question mark. The tenses will not change over here, right? Like over here, I have given some example over here. Does she like tea or coffee? Does I have used. Subject is she I have used. Like is the tense form of verb. Like tea or coffee. Then question mark is very essential. Like now for noun I have used. For noun is a naming word. So does Nitin love maths? You see the tense will not change. Right? The tense will not change. It will remain the same. And for singular we are going to use does. But for plural subject, when the subject is in the plural form, then we use do plus the subject, that is we, you and they, that is pronoun, or noun, right? Then the present tense form of verb. Then question mark. For example, over here we will see, do they like tea or coffee? Question mark. Now, do is the word for the plural form. They is the subject. Like is the present tense form of verb. Tea or coffee? Question mark. Next, I have used with the name. Do Chris and Adi love maths? Question mark. Right. So here I have used with subject, noun subject. Right. Since there are two names, so it is a plural again. So they are plural. For plural we use do and the verb, it will not change. It will remain the same. The present tense form of verb and maths. Right. But don't forget to put what? Question mark. Now let's see some some statement which I have written. Now we have to write it using simple present tenses. There are question sentence and we have to use in simple present tenses. So it is a very general questions which it is given on the board. That is, what do you generally eat for breakfast? So what do you say? What do you say? I generally eat bread for breakfast. Yeah, I generally eat puri and sabzi for breakfast. Yeah, I generally eat paratha and achar for breakfast. So why? Because it is written to write the sentence, to give the answer in the present tense. Now next is, what size shoes do you wear? The size of my shoes is 6 number. Do you quarrel with your younger sister? Of course, I cannot believe if you say no, because everyone fights with this younger brothers and sisters. So yes, I always quarrel with my younger sister. In this way, like when a question is put before you, any question, what is your name? You say, my name is so and so. What is your principal's name? My principal's name is so and so. So you are giving the answer in which tense? In simple present tense. The answer whenever the question is put forward to you during the verbal, you always you should reply it with simple present tense. Your answer should be replied in simple present tense. Keep this in mind. It is very, very important. Now we'll see the present continuous tense. When do we use the present continuous tense? You have to keep these points in your mind. The action in progress at the time of speaking. The action which is you is progressing while you are talking. Like she is studying now. Like she studies, she is studying now. The continuous means you have to add ing to the word to the verb form, right? So she is studying now. The children are, we are going to use are, sleeping now. So over here it is the action over here is progressing at the time while the person is speaking, right? Second is the action is progress this is progress around the time of speaking. Like I am learning French these days. Now over here the time, these days is what is the time showing. So I am learning French these days. They are living in a rented house. So these sentences are showing the action is progressing around the time of speaking, right? Now children, let's see the rules for the present continuous tense. Please keep this in mind when the subject, that is noun or pronoun, when the subjects, whether it is noun or pronoun. So we'll see individually. When the subject is singular, that is he, she and it, we use which helping verb is. And with the verb, we will add ing to make it continuous tense, right? So he is sleeping, she is eating, right? And when the subject is plural, that is we, you, or they, then we use are, right? Even if the subject is noun, like Rohit and Mohan. So Rohit and Mohan, if you join two of them, so it will become they. So then the helping word will be again are. So are, then the verb will be there. With the verb, we will be adding ing to it to make it a continuous tense. Like over here, they are sleeping. Like they is a pronoun and are is a helping verb. Why? Because it is, the subjects are plural, right? And sleep plus ing. Sleep is a verb. To make it continuous tense, we will add ing. Like over here, we is plural, right? It is a pronoun, right? This thing pronoun, and it is in number, they are plural. So we are using are and plus play plus ing. That is, play is a verb, and to make it continuous, we will be adding ing to the verb. That will become, it will become playing. So we are playing. Suppose when we have to make a sentence in a present continuous tense and I is there. The subject is I. So with the I, we will always use am. With I, you will always use am. Then the verb, with the verb, you will add ing to make it a continuous tense. Like example, I am studying now. Now I is a pronoun, am is a helping verb, and study plus ing. Studying, verb plus ing. Now, right? This is the way, this is the rules for the present continuous tense. Always remember, for the positive sentence, for singular, is added with the verb ing, and then if the subject is plural, are will add and the verb will become ing, and if the subject is I, we will add am with the verb ing. Now next is when the sentence is in the question sentence, then what are the rules? Whether we will always start with is, am or are, according to the subject, that is noun or pronoun or singular or plural. If it is singular, we will use is, and if the subject noun or pronoun is plural, then we will use are, right? Am we will use for I. Then verb, plus to the verb we will be adding ing to make it a continuous tense. Like see over here, is Anu eating. Now Anu is a singular number, is a singular, one person's name. So we will use is Anu eating question mark. Am I a fool? Am I a fool? Now I have used, I am talking about I, that is me. So I will say, am I a fool? Then I am using am with I. And are you coming? With they, that is plural number, I have used are. Then the verb ing and question mark. Right. Now next is negative sentence. For the negative sentence, when the subject, that is noun or plural, keeping in mind about the singular and the plural, like for this, then we will add like is, am or are singular, for am for I, and are for plural. Then this thing not, because it is a negative sentence. Then verb, to the verb we will be adding ing. Why? Because it is in we have to write it in continuous tenses. So let's see an example. She is a singular number. She is a pronoun, but in a singular number. So I will use I. So she is not shouting. Now shout is a verb. I have this thing converted to ing, that is shouting, to state that it is a continuous tense. Like now, we is a the same pronoun, but in a plural number. So again, what we will do, that we will add are to it, right? We will add are to it. Are not studying. Then I am not studying. I is used for what? For one person. With I always am will go. Right, children? Now children, let's take a quick recap of what we have studied. We have studied simple present tense and simple continuous tense. So let's take a quick recap of it. Now I have given you a blank with which we have to fill it either with the simple tense or present continuous tense of verb, form of verb. Like over here, she dash a bath. She is a singular, so is continuous we can make. He is having a bath. The population of India dash very fast. The population of India. Now population is what? Is more people, so are increasing. Are increasing very fast. Water dash at 0 degrees Celsius. Now over here the word is freezes. Freeze. Right. Wait. I forgot to write the name. Verb in the bracket. So over here, third one, water dash at 0 degrees Celsius. The water is freezing at 0. No, this is a factual. Now factual, remember we have studied in simple tenses now. So the water freezes. This sentence is true. So freezes. So why dash you for her? Now wait is given the word. So why are, because it is a question. So why are you waiting for her? Waiting for her. Dash you dash Mr. Jain. Now no. So what are you going to write? Do you know Mr. Jain? Question mark. This is the way to use the simple present and the simple continuous tense. Now children, when next we'll see the present perfect tense. Now first we will see when the present perfect tense is used in a sentence. First rule is when we want to describe an action just completed, just recently completed. For example, like we have just arrived from school. I have just written a letter to him. So when an action, it is to describe an action just to complete, that the action has just completed. So we use have. Now to describe an action which began in past and is still continuing. The action, it has began in the past and the action is continuing. Like over here, he has lived in this house for 5 years. So he has. Now action is showing that it has been started from the beginning, like when the first year, and now it has been 5 years and still the action is continuing. So he has, then we use has and lived. Now I have played. Now I have played cricket for 10 years. So over here again he is still playing. That means. Third is to describe an action which took place in past but has its effect on in the present. Like the incident that took place, the action that took place in the past, but it the effect of that is this thing action is showing in the present. Like I have lost my pen. I have, which means you have bought a pen, but now it you have lost it. He has gone to Canada. So these are the rules, 3 rules this to use, apply to use present perfect tense. So children, for present perfect tense, you see the rule for positive sentence. When the subject is singular, we will add has plus the past participle form of verb. That is, like I have done said to you, do is present, then do did is past, and then the do did done. Done is future. Right. So we will use the past participle of the verb. Now let's see an example. He has done the work. But if the subject is plural, then we will add have to it. And the past participle, for example, they have done the work. They is plural. The subject over here is plural, so I have used have. Now the subject over here is singular, so I have used has. Right, and the participle will be the past participle we will be using. For negative sentence again, for singular, like we will be using has, and for plural we will be using have. First we will begin for question sentence. So the has and have will come first, then the subject, that is noun or pronoun, and keeping in mind the singular and plural form, then the past participle. Like over here, the subject is plural, so I have used have they eaten, question mark. Now the subject she over here in this sentence is singular, so I have used has she come. Enough. So in this way you will be using it. And for negative sentence, now over here the subject, whether it is noun or pronoun, for singular we will use has, and for the plural you will be using have, and then not, because it is a negative sentence, then the past participle. Let's see the example over here. She has not eaten. Right. So and next, I have not done the work. Right. So for singular has, and for plural have we will be using it. Now children, next is present perfect continuous tense. Now for the present perfect continuous tense, when it is used for the action which begins in the past and is still continuing. Right. Like they have been building the bridge for 2 years. Just now we had done some example now. He has been reading since morning. I have been waiting since all the day. Right, these are the examples. Now let's take a quick recap of the rules. For the positive sentence in singular we use has, then we add been, then the verb and plus ing to it, because it is continuous tense. And if the subject is plural, we'll add have plus been plus verb plus ing, right, to form a sentence. Now let us take an example that he has been waiting. Right, he has been waiting. So he is singular, like I said, he has been waiting. Right, over here singular, for singular we'll use have. Now been Wait is a verb. To verb we have added ing to form a continuous tense. So he has been waiting. Now if the subject is plural, let's say they. They have been waiting will be wrong. We use they have been waiting. Right. Now for the question we will use has and have. Has when we will use has we will use when the subject subject is singular. Then we will use has. Then been plus verb and ing to it. Have when the subject is the plural form, and have been been plus verb plus ing to it. Now the question like she has been eating all day. Like have you been eating? Like have you been eating? So you, because it is you comes under plural form. Now negative sentence. Now when the subject is singular or plural. So for singular we have has, and for plural have, then not, then been, verb and plus ing to it. Like example, she has not been eating. Now not we have used because for the negative sentence, and been eating is telling us the perfect continuous tense. Right children? Now children, that's it for the day. I hope you must have understood, and please revise all the exercises which have been given in your book, and plus the worksheet which is given at the middle of your book. Like there's worksheet 1 and worksheet 2. According to the subject, chapters coming to your class for your half yearly, you do it. Right? Have a good day and take care of yourself. And please don't forget to complete your written work.